Hey folks, so last week I didn't post any videos and I want to make that up to you this week by posting a lot of videos. The truth is, the submissions for the Show Me What You Got or the My Tank submissions, they're starting to pile up, and I really need to make some videos and get these out because, man, you guys have some terrific, beautiful tanks, and I want to make sure that I just want to show them all. So I want to see if I can make a series of shorter versions of this video and rapid fire them out this week. Of course, we're building up towards an end of the weekend video. Will be shot more in the traditional way if this isn't your thing. But I've got a lot of great submissions, and that's all coming up right after this. Hey YouTube, this is Pecktec, and yes, I'm back here at my desk on the OBS, and I've switched the output settings to 1080, and I hope that makes for a much cooler picture for you guys. Oh, Mr. Beta is chasing around my pencil fish over here. Maybe I should throw some food in there to distract them. They tend to get really excited whenever I'm here at my desk working, thinking that they could possibly get some food out of me, so sometimes they get a little impatient with one another. Just as a quick aside for this video, because I am trying to keep it fairly short, if you've got an idea that sounds better than Show Me What You Got, which will probably not be difficult, I'd like to hear it in the comments down below. Feel free to send me your name idea for this video series, and I'm thinking it could use an update. I don't like Show Me What I don't mind Show Me What You Got, but I don't necessarily want to do a 1, 2, 3, and just kind of keep numbering them out that way. So if you've got any ideas, I'd love to hear it. But that being said, let's jump into our first creator. So I found a way to link this in with my phone, and if you didn't catch the last one, what I usually do is I'll take a look at my phone here, and I can show you what's on there, and we'll just kind of take a look together. So this first one I'm going to send, last time I focused on people that left me comments on Facebook from the initial video, which just seems like a long time ago now. And I had a number of people write me on Instagram too. This person wrote, most of the people wrote me on Instagram, but then I saw what was happening and I kind of diverted them to my email address. But this person, I have to say that their tanks are quite exceptional and really, really interesting. They did email me also, but I can't seem to find the email. Like, I kind of wanted to push it towards the top and show you guys, but I can't find it. So I'm going to just do something kind of unusual and just go straight to their Instagram page, which has a lot of really interesting pictures. Now, we're not going to spend this whole video going through their Instagram because I want to get to all the submissions that I have, for the most part, been going in order from the first person that sent me to the last person that sent me something. But let's take a look real quick at this Instagram, and I think you'll agree that it's quite exceptional. This is the Nature Creator. They don't actually they've got some followers, but not as many as they probably should. Let's take a look at some of these photographs, though. This is the tank that really got my attention. Oh, what a really neat use of wood. I mean, the combination of colorful plants and those wood that almost look like bones coming out of the top of that of their plants and stuff. That's really, really cool. It would also look kind of neat if there's like a dragon's head like sticking out the side over here, like if it was coming around, wrapped around where that red plant is. That would be neat, like a sleeping dragon with moss all over it. I think would be cool. But yeah, that's such a really, really cool aquascape. And they have a lot. There's the name there, the Nature Creator, all together. They have a lot of these kinds of things. Really cool arowana. That looks like a Bisher too at the bottom. It looks like the same as Mr. Tubes. That might be an ornate. Probably an ornate, but boy, what a pretty pretty fish they've got there. It looks like a paludarium. A lot of really interesting projects and stuff. So I just wanted to kind of start off on there. I don't usually go right to the person's Instagram and show things, but I think that this is really interesting. I'm sure he won't mind me kind of calling him out. I think his name was Chris. Is that right? Christopher. Okay. So Christopher got a fantastic set of pictures here. Definitely interesting to follow. I follow them. I think they do a great job. This tank really got my attention when I saw it coming together, and wow, I'm really interested to see what happens with that. Okay, so let's move on to the emails. There are lots and lots of emails to go through, so if you don't see me show your tank at this point in time, just remember it'll come up. I plan on doing this quite often because there are just enough people that are interested in it and think it's neat and worthwhile to do, and people keep sending them, so I assume that they want it to happen. So going down here, what I do is I unmark them. See the little flag there? I unmark them as I go. So we're going to take a look at John Lasco. All right, John sent us some pictures of his beta tank. This is his beta named Buster Blue. And that's a neat little tank. Well, you got a little abuse, it looks like, down there, and some smattering of some stem plants and Anubias. Those are all nice basic plants that'll, be easy to maintain. Don't grow too fast. Well, the stem plants might, but they're not a big deal to trim and keep them underway. Cool little tank, John. Thank you for sending it. My next share is from Suzette, who's actually Suzette and Peter, that is, who are actually Patreons. And one of the people I've been talking to on kind of a personal live stream. We do a little Skype meeting once a month and kind of talk about their tanks. She has just gotten a pea puffer, or a couple of pea puffers, and not in this tank, but in another of her tanks. Her tank's really, really cool. She's got a lot of pretty guppies in there. She's got some Bolivian rams and ancistrus catfish, and just a lot of fun to talk to. We have a good time chatting. Looks like her stem plants there are starting to get some color. She's been experimenting with UV lights and a couple of different things, and we enjoy talking about algae. Algae, turns out, it's universal. We all have the algae issues here and there. I have that a lot in a lot of different tanks, but you just kind of keep on rolling through it. Thank you, Suzette and Peter. Very, very beautiful tank. Suzette also has a Instagram. It's land_of_fish_. So be sure to check her out on there if you want to see more. Next up, we have Luis. Luis has an Instagram, tank_top_aqua. And starting off, kind of really, really beautiful catfish here. I'm not actually sure what kind of catfish that is. He probably says, he wrote me a pretty lengthy email, which I read most of. This is a Fluval Roma, he says. It's about 60 gallons or so, and really, really cool tank. I really like tanks that do the double side, like you've got kind of a build up on one side and then a build up on the other side. I really like tanks like that. They kind of give the impression of a valley and stuff. You got a nice free space right in front for the fish to swim back and forth. I think that's cool. Looks like he's blacked out the background too, which helps a lot. It makes the plants pop and the fish, stand out against it. Really, really beautiful plants in there. I love these. I love these plants here. I've got something similar to that was given to me, and I keep thinking they're gone, and then suddenly they'll just kind of show up, which is really fun. I got the pearl gourami in there. Those are really pretty. I love those fish. Can't remember what these other fish are with the little black on the tail and that looks like right at the gills and stuff. It looks like a Siamese algae eater maybe zooming around in the background, or a flying fox. It's hard to tell from that picture. But that's neat. I especially like these rocks. What kind of rocks are those? Some sort of slate or something like that? Really pretty. Sometimes that white in there can indicate that they're kind of active, like they're bioactive. In that, not bioactive, but they'll react to water, and maybe sometimes make it harder or more alkaline and stuff. Probably not a big deal, and doesn't always mean that, but those are really pretty. And the wood you've included in there kind of looks like a spider wood. Looks really nice. Great tank. Fluval Roma. I don't know if we have those here. I think we might have them here. My local store doesn't carry them, and I don't tend to. I've only mail ordered one aquarium, and that was the Fluval Mega Flex. But yeah, thank you very much, Luis. All right, so here's an unusual email from the Grim Reaper. Apparently, the god of death keeps aquariums. And here is their Instagram. Fish's anatomy. Fish's anatomy with a PH like the band. Ooh, boy, are those red root floaters? I've never seen roots get that long. I'm not sure what that is. Those might be like the little red root floaters I've got over here in this tank. But I've never seen roots get that long. It's a really intriguing photograph there. Oh, how neat. See, that's a real natural looking scape. It looks like he's doing kind of what I do too. And I'm not sure. I kind of like it, but sometimes I wonder, I'll take a plant and I'll put it right in the front. I've sort of done that over my shoulder here. I've sort of done that right here with my flex, and that I just kind of went ahead and planted all the way to the front on one part of it, just to sort of encourage the fish to kind of have a spot to hide up front, maybe shoot back and forth out. And instead of doing an open part across the whole front of it, what I did was I made an open space on the corner, which I kind of like and I kind of don't like. But I like how you've done it here. It's just real subtle. It's real subtle little spot right there. That's a really nice natural looking tank. I like the way you've mixed the plants and stuff together in there. Those crypts will eventually take over if you let it go that long. I think I let my tanks go longer than a lot of people do. And every time I leave crypts, if I leave them too long, they tend to eventually take over the whole aquarium, which can be cool. Like, it can look really neat, or it can be a pain. So yes, there he is, the Grim Reaper, and there's their Instagram if you want to see what the Lord of Death has for aquariums. All right, my next email is from Chris Young, and Chris Young also has an Instagram that he wants to share, Freestyle Aquatics, and it looks like he's just getting started on there. So if you're interested in what he's got to show you, be sure and take a look. That's a neat tank right off the start. Looks like a dry start tank. Yeah, so with a dry start, basically this tank doesn't have water in it, I assume. That's what I'm looking at. And Chris, I did read your email at first. I've seen this quite a lot, and it's a really neat idea. You kind of get the whole thing going without water in it, then you kind of add water in there later. And that's one way to do a really interesting carpet. It's kind of like bringing it up from seeds sometimes. And it looks like on his Instagram, you can follow along and see how that tank does. And he's got another tank down here to show us. Looks really neat. Looks really neat. Got kind of a smattering of plants in there. It's like some val and some stem plants here on the sides, some rotophilia. Maybe some dwarf hairgrass and stuff. I've had so much trouble with that. As a carpeting plant and stuff, it's been really difficult for me to grow that without just being covered in algae. Looks like you got a good start there, man. And look forward to seeing what comes of it. All right. Okay, our next tank is from Mariah. Mariah says she's got angel fish and rummy nose and 200 liters. How many gallons is 200 liters?
The answer is 52.83 gallons.
All right, so 52.83 gallons. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. That's a really interesting tank, too. The shape of it. Like, she's gotten in close there, but the shape of it's kind of neat. Oh, do I see an assassin? There's an assassin in this photograph. See that little stripy snail there? That's an assassin snail. Very neat. Male black bar endlers and 32 liters. Oh, underwater temple tank with Imperial Highness Ming. My beta, 28 liters. The last tank was my lockdown project. It helps keep me sane while working under terrible strain in the elderly care home where we have had clients dying from COVID-19. Oh, that's sad. Hopefully, yeah. Oh, that's a neat tank. I love the idea of the like the statue kind of like forgotten in the water somewhere, and the plants growing up around it. It really kind of makes a story inside your tank. There's a lot of people like myself like that do nature aquariums that they'll scoff at that at including things like that. But I like it. You know, I don't care. I like it, and I think they're cool. And the way you've got the plants in there looks really natural. Looks really kind of organic, like it's not forced or anything. I think the only thing I would add to it is maybe some more texture in your substrate, like some little pebbles or something to kind of make it look less sandy. It's kind of like it needs a little bit small hardscapes around the bottom, like some little gravel or something like that might kind of make the bottom a little bit more interesting. But I think it's neat. I think it's a really cool looking tank. Great job, Mariah. Yeah, I'm going to finish up with Mariah here, and we're going to come back tomorrow and do a few more tanks. I just want to do a series of quick videos to kind of catch up on these emails, because as you saw, there's a lot of them. And of course, if you want to send me your tanks, you can send it to my email address, which will come up in just a minute, but it's pecktec101@gmail.com with my tank in the subject line. All I ask is that you send me maybe one picture of your tank. If you want to send me one picture or a video, that's fine. If you've got an Instagram or a YouTube page, there's where you send it right there on the screen. If you've got an Instagram or a YouTube page and you'd like to pimp it out a little bit, you want me to talk about it or display it also, I'm fine to do that. Just include it in your email and I'll mention it. So hopefully I haven't missed anyone that's asked me to, and if I do, let me know and I'll be sure to add it in the description or something like that below. So feel free to leave a comment. Let me know which tank was your favorite tank you saw today. And feel free to let me know how you like this series. And of course, if you've got a good idea for a name for this series, I'd like that too. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this, and hopefully you're staying safe out there. I really appreciate you coming to watch. Big thank you to all my Patreons that have been helping support the channel, and all the one-time donations and stuff that I've gotten. Honestly, you guys have helped me a lot. I'm hoping to go back to work soon. There's no guarantee that the theaters are going to reopen anytime soon. In fact, things keep getting pushed back further and further. While I can make more videos for you guys, do more content, I'm going to just continue to do that. This is probably the most economical way for me to share my thoughts with you and provide you with maybe a little distraction from all the chaos that's going on in the world right now. So wherever you are, I hope you stay safe and I hope you stay sane. Until next time, follow your bliss, keep a clean tank, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.